It's been a while since Fallout 4 came out. In fact, they've released most of their list of DLCs already. When the game first came out, everybody and their dog was playing it. But even though I played the game, I had no interest in doing a series on it. Why? Because the game really isn't that good. And I'm here to tell you the top 5 reasons why. I'm Ollamh, and welcome to 5 Count Friday.
You think you know me? You think you can catch me? You think you can trust me? Nobody knows the secret that I keep deep in my soul.
One of the greatest things about the Fallout series was exploring the various vaults and finding out what social experiment they were housing. It almost felt, in the original, like Vault-Tec was actually trying to help people. I mean, Vault 15 was concerned about the Reek Wall, instead of a note saying, we made sure to select this vault, and this section of it would completely collapse. In Fallout 4, there are only 4 vaults to explore. In Fallout 3, there were 6. In New Vegas, there were 7. The only games that had fewer vaults were the original 2 games by Black Isle and Interplay. The vaults took a special and significant role when the game was revitalized, but it almost feels like they ran out of ideas in number 4. In fact, one of the vaults was so brief and we ran it through it so fast, it almost doesn't feel like it should count. It was never finished, and one gets the sense that it never was intended to actually be used. Old school fans of the series will recognize that the lack of karma really is a sticking point to this game. When everyone hears about you from the radio and such, it would make sense that they would feel a certain way about you. In the previous games, what you did leaned you one way or the other as far as good and evil. In Fallout 4, however, you have reputation with certain factions and characters. But that's really only if they are present when you do something. Help out all the struggling townships around the wasteland? Great! Preston is going to be very happy about that. But only if he's right there with you when you do it. Give Mama Murphy some drugs? Understandable if you want a vision of what you're supposed to do next. But just make sure to leave Pepper at another settlement beforehand. The only time when you really get a faction against you is if you side all the way with one specific one or attack a group that they support. Hey, it's not like they'll know what you're doing behind their backs.
I heard that people were saying that that the Vault Dweller was involved.
God damn it, Travis. Now, some people may feel like this is nitpicking, but the endless recycled missions feels like they're just padding out the game. Sure, technically it is endless. If you are just running around taking care of various problems for settlements, is that even gameplay at that point? Personally, when I free a settlement from an issue, I do my best to make sure they are well fortified against problems in the future. If I'm going to spend my time scrounging up materials, building defenses, and recruiting people to live there, they should be able to make use of this and take care of themselves. You can imagine my frustration when I talk to Preston and find out that the second settlement I brought into the fold is having problems from a band of local raiders or feral ghouls. Why did I give them the sentry guns then? How did they get in and cause problems without leaving a single dead body? It makes me want to crawl back into the cryo chamber and snooze away another few centuries. I know I know, politics are key to the Fallout universe, but hear me out. Back in the previous games, there were factions, but it wasn't everyone saying, hey, we want what is best for everyone, so help us. There were definite bad guys, such as the Enclave, Powder Gangers, the Legion, or even just criminal organizations and slavers. I understand the more soul-tearing idea that any one of these groups could be right and that they all have decent ideas, but that also takes something away from the flexibility of the game. This does kind of tie in with the karma problem. You just can't be a bad guy. In the original, you could help criminals and raiders destroy the shambling cities. Fallout 2 allowed you to be a slaver and drug pusher. Fallout 3, you could join forces with a jerk and nuke a fucking city. This one, you can choose one of 4 factions to put your weight behind and install them as rulers of the Commonwealth, but none of them are truly evil. This is the big one. This is, by far, my biggest gripe with the game. It's Skyrim in the future. Originally, the Fallout game was supposed to have the standard character attributes, but after some threats with legal action, they created their own. Thus, the special system was born and was augmented with skills and perks. You could really detail your character based on an idea of who they were. Instead, in Fallout 4, we get a generic sheet of abilities. In the start, you can only select what special attributes you want to put points into, instead of special and then picking 3 skills to focus on. And it gets worse with the character advancement. Originally, as in the previous games, you get a few points to put into your skills, and every level or so you get to choose a perk, and every once in a great while, a point to put into your special attributes. In this game, you get 1 point to put anywhere you want, provided that you meet the requirements of level and special ranking. This severely cuts down on the amount of customization of your character and steals away the uniqueness of each build. So there are the 5 most irritating points that Fallout 4 has let us down. What do you think about the list? Is there something here that you particularly love? Is there something else that you would have put on the 5 count? Leave a comment down below, send us a tweet, or leave a comment on our Facebook page and let us know. We'd love to hear from you. As always, thank you very much for watching. And stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions.
If you wanna see some
Cheerio!
But
Did you realize just how many Easter eggs there are in just the first 2 games? You can find the TARDIS from Doctor Who.
We can take out a security drone, but where did we drop it from? We should have been you should have been able to see our feet. You should have been able to see our feet.